Hello and welcome to our reading for the collective for this full moon in Scorpio. My brother edits these and I'm going to ask him to make me sound like a monster truck rally announcer right there. So fingers crossed that that's what you just heard. Please, Shawn, do it. Anyway, I'm using my monster truck rally announcer voice because full moon in Scorpio is one of my favorite full moons. Aren't they all? But really, the intensity of Scorpio, the depth of Scorpio, the fearlessness of Scorpio, really, to kind of pull up the corners, look underneath, and like really see the deep, dark, emotional truth of things with a full moon at full brightness, full luminosity, shining down into the depths. That's a really exciting combination to me. And it's a great opportunity to just really face some demons, name them, and scare them out of the corners, right? So this reading is a really great match for that. It really aligns with that in a very big way. And I'm going to talk about this reading a little differently than I talk usually through the readings. So this is going to kind of double as not only a reading for the collective, but sort of a lesson in how you can switch up how you go through your readings if they're maybe a little bit intense and you want to present that information in a way that is digestible and useful for the person you're reading for, including yourself. Okay? So we're going to start with the scariest card first, which is conveniently sitting with another scary card. We've got the Devil in the first position. The Devil is about recognizing where you have been allowing yourself to be kept small, right? Sometimes we talk about the devil as in like participating in keeping yourself small, but even just inaction or negligence, like neglecting some part of your life that's being sort of stepped on or pushed aside, that is enough participation to really get you into this bind of the devil. That card is sitting with the Tower, another card that's like one of the big scary cards. The Tower, about knocking things down, long-held beliefs, the shoulds, right? All of this kind of stuff. Now, we have been talking for many weeks now about revolution, transformation, all of these kinds of themes, drawing a line in the sand, going over it. And if you think back to the reading that we had for the new moon in Aries, it was very much about that and about kind of having a new start in how we approach those themes in our lives. And if you forgot, you can always go back and watch it. It's sitting right there for you. So this is really showing us that, yeah, that piece is central to what we're looking at. The devil with the Tower, the universe coming and really knocking some towers out of the way, right? The Tower usually speaks to the universe kind of intervening, or the divine intervening in some way, and presenting these situations, maybe pushing them over on top of you like a large piece of furniture, it feels like sometimes, that really show you where you can or need to let go of some long-held beliefs, long-held systems, right? Like breaking down these old systems. And when we see that with the Devil card, that is really powerful. The divine coming to intervene, plus us ourselves being invited to step up and just like shake that heaviness off. The sort of image that really resonates with me for the Devil card is like walking outside in the rain and you suddenly realize that you're wearing this really thick wool coat that is now saturated with water, and it's so heavy, and you just go, wait, it's worn out. This coat is not doing anything for me. Take it off, and it's just like, this new era of your walk in the rain, where you can just let the rain come in and fall over you and kind of wash some things clean. That's definitely going into the visualization of the ritual for this full moon that will be up on elementalpowertarot.com very soon, if not already when you're watching this. Okay, so jumping ahead to the next card that can look sort of scary, the Judgment card we have here in this threefold return position. Judgment is a card it's really about digging deep, excavation, pulling things out, allowing things that have been long dead and buried to rise, right? In the tarot, the Judgment card coming out of Catholic Europe, it has this heritage with the Judgment Day that in turn has, deep lineage and other myths around the world. But so that idea of like, okay, now is the time to really allow all of these things to rise up and to be sorted, and we get to do the sorting. The very interesting thing about the Judgment card being here is that Scorpio has a ruling planet of Pluto. Pluto is the planet associated with the Judgment card. Okay, so full moon in Scorpio, Scorpio's ruling planet, the card of it is sitting here in our position of how we meet this situation, how it comes back to meet us, and it's through this excavation and this sorting out process of judgment. Now, Pluto is a very recently discovered planet in astrological time, was discovered in the early part of the 20th century. And before Pluto was discovered, the ruling planet of Scorpio was Mars, which is associated with the Tower card. That to me, if we want to get sort of upper level esoteric for a moment, which I do, so join me, come along with me, humor me for a moment, having both of the cards of the current and the former ruling planet of Scorpio, that in itself is a message, as I read it, to really get into the full spectrum of Scorpio. I'm not going to go into that. I want you to do with that what it means for you. Maybe you have a lot of Scorpio placements. Maybe you don't have any. Maybe you have a lot of Scorpio energy in your life with other people. Maybe you don't. But whatever your association with that is, whatever you kind of dig into, if you go Googling around, this is my new gesture for exploring, which is interesting that we just like type and explore around. That is what we're going to really get into with the Scorpio, full spectrum Scorpio. Now, I'm going to branch out a bit, and I'm going to kind of breeze through this because we've taken a long time with this stuff, but I think that it's really, really important. We do have 3 Cups cards, and we've got 7, 8, and 9. So all of that speaks to this breaking down, opening up, excavating process, being very well supported emotionally, okay? 7 of Cups in the root position, really opening up, overcoming doubt in what you truly desire, what you really want out of life, and in level with the 3 of Wands, being able to collaborate both with your former self, with different versions of your current self, and with others to bring that into existence, to make that happen. With the 8 up above, we've got a long-term emotional stability that's coming out of this. Really great news with all of this, inner and outer turmoil, which is leading us forward, sometimes in traumatic fashion. And that 8 of Cups is in level with the Ace of Coins. So with that long-term stability in the realm of emotion, that opens up space for us to start planting a golden seed and seeing where it will grow. Great vibe for Taurus season, okay? That's really excellent. We've got another coins card and another 9 in what we've come through. 9 of coins sitting here in that previous energy position. And that card is just indicating that we're ready to go through this next layer, this next level of tearing down, breaking through, excavating, building up, because we've learned some solid skills, some solid real world, material world skills that are going to support us in that endeavor. Just because they're solid material world skills doesn't mean they're related to money. Different grounding techniques, somatic techniques from therapy, any of that stuff, that would also count in there. Anything that's like a very kind of structured skill, okay? So it can be an emotional skill, a psychic skill, in addition to a work skill, okay? And our key card for all of this is the Fool. So, as deep and dark and scary as it may look on the surface with all of these cards, the Devil, the Tower, the Judgment card, we are invited to move through all of this and to move through this full moon in trust, in presence, okay? In this sort of easy collaboration almost with the universe, with ourselves, with each other, to just trust that whatever's happening wherever we are, that is not only okay, it's great. It's exactly what's supposed to be happening. It's the thing that's happening to move us forward. And if we need to take a moment, we can take that moment. And if we don't, we can keep going, right? But that Fool card is a really beautiful invitation for arguably the most intense full moon of the year. There's that come into it too. But Scorpio full moon is intense. It's an intense time. And that's not only okay, it's great. These intense times really show us sides of ourselves that we would not otherwise see. They expose some strengths that we maybe wouldn't know that we had otherwise. They expose weaknesses that allow us to grow in very directed and specific ways that we are consciously choosing. So invite it in, okay? And just take that time, take a moment to meditate, to give yourself some stillness, to be in the present moment, not be hopping ahead in time or really dwelling in the past, but really staying present, staying grounded, letting all of this beautiful emotional up-leveling take place, and get that Judgment card, get some stuff out, throw some more stuff out. If you don't know what it is, just ask the universe. That's it. Just say, hey, help me pull out whatever needs to be pulled out. And then my favorite way to kind of kick that into gear is then clean out your closet, clean off your desk, whatever, and just sort of do it intuitively and have that relationship with the universe to come and work through you and say, okay, see, I'm serious. I want to get rid of some stuff. Show me what to get rid of. And that physical act of sorting, judging, organizing what's in your life will seep into the interior. Okay? Very exciting. I hope that you have a great full moon. And like I said, that ritual is either already up or soon to be up on elementalpowertarot.com. And I'll see you next week.